meetings. But I might be running some errands later on, so that's why I just streamed early. Okay, my bad. I should have streamed last night though, honestly, but was wild drunk. You know, what I mean, kicking it with the homies. My friend from the military is out here, so chilling with him. How y'all doing though? Holy. All right, King Academics channel's on. The Academy channel's on. We on Facebook as well. Perfect, and even Rumble. All right, bunch of things to talk about. I could imagine y'all got a list that y'all want me to get to. We got to beg. We're gonna offer a open plea. We might even write an open letter to Blueface and Krishan. They gotta remove us from the group chat, man. Whatever they got going on, man, is ridiculous, and it's about time they really start calling each other than tweeting to each other. Okay. One of the most toxic relationships. I feel like we're finally seeing some real ramifications of it. We're gonna talk about that. Charlamagne gets gets turned up on by Drake. Drake, I think Drake. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I kind of feel at fault for this. Truth be told, I'm gonna tell you why I feel at fault for this. Cause I think Drake saw Charlamagne's comments from my page. Like, I'm not trying to sound self-obsessed, but we did post it, and I think that's where he saw it. And by the way, I think over the last couple of months, and we're gonna go over it a little bit. I think he's been feeling a little way about Charlamagne, and he gave that nigga the Elliot Wilson treatment type shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. I kind of feel a little bit like, did we cause that? But I don't know. Maybe Drake just want to get that nigga some bars, or probably thought that nigga, I sent you balls back in the day. You can't be talking about a young goat like me. Regardless, we'll talk about that. What else is going on in hip hop? There's a few things that I probably didn't get to. Oh my God. Yo, everybody pray for Asian Doll. I told you I was going to get her out of here quickly. Nigga, I think I dropped 8 minutes on her. Bro, she's been on live 15 times talking about me. She's still trying to convince people that she's not a thought. That's why you should shut the fuck up, Asian Doll. See, I fucked your whole week up. See? You see? This is what I've been trying to tell you. Shut up. Okay? I fucked your whole week up now. Congratulations, dummy. Yo, you should have seen her a lot. So what if people can't name 5 of my songs? So what? Moving on. Yo, you see how these people be doing me? They want to go tit for tat. I'm just telling you, my words be stinging a little harder. It stings. They could say anything about me too. You fat, you this, whatever. Yo, and she was like, yo, you actually power. Which I never, but cool. What I'm finna say to you is going to burn a hole in your soul. When I said your pussy was a cemetery, we could go in your pussy to find the obituary of all the killers' DNAs. Like, come on, you can't play with that. But it's all good. Yeah, she's being tortured right now. Kind of going through it because everybody, I guess she was on her story. People were like, yo, you got cooked by Ak. And she's mad. She's like, how could I get cooked by a nerd? It's all good. All right. What else is going on? What else is going on? Please. Yo, the graveyard pussy is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. We're off of that. Okay. All right. So we do know we're starting either at Blueface or probably Charlamagne. But what else is going on? Y'all got to spam some more topics. Oh, the new Tory Lane shit. Hey, we're gonna get one of Tory's mans on here because they're vehemently denying and saying that this report that Page Six put out that Tory's in fear for his life. They're saying it's cap. They're saying it's cap. Okay. Now we're gonna get into like some of the minutiae of that story. Basically, Page Six literally said they talked to sources, but his actual team, who talks to him every day on the phone, is saying it's cap. So we'll hopefully get one of those guys on, and hopefully they could tell us the state of Tory Lanez. Okay. By the way, Tory Lanez has been transferred to transferred to jail or whatever. Okay. All right. The one. No, we covered the YNW Melly girlfriend thing already. We covered the YNW Melly girlfriend thing already. Tori wants to go to GP. That's what I've been hearing. All right, cool. I guess we should probably. All right, y'all pick your poison. Do you want me to start at Charlamagne or do you want me to start at Blueface? Probably Charlamagne, right? Okay. So, the Brilliant Idiots episode that went out about last week featured a conversation between Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne. Those are two hosts of Brilliant Idiots. You can actually search it on YouTube. You go here. It's the last joint. The title of the episode is Doja Cat's album rollout better than Drake with a question mark. And I believe if you go to about like the 1 hour mark, you're going to see or you're going to hear some commentary from Charlamagne to Drake. Here we go.
First of all, I love Doja Cat. Have I ever told y'all that?
No.
I think so.
I love Doja Cat. Doja Cat is one of the dopest artists out here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the thing I love
she's
about Doja
incredibly
Cat
talented.
She's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Like she's actually the dopest female. I'm gonna tell you who I think the two dopest female rappers are. Well, three, because Rhapsody is just a great rapper. Rhapsody is like a phenomenal lyricist. Period. I think she's one of just the best lyricists, male or female, whatever. But I'm talking about when it comes to like making music, Doja Cat and Doechii don't get enough flowers. Doja definitely, because Doja just put out a #1 record, Paint the Town Red. It was #1 in the country. Last week, I believe it was, or a couple weeks ago.
I think first rap #1 in...
First rap #1 on the Billboard 100 all year, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. But her and Doechii make incredible music. But the thing I love about Doja Cat the most, she is controlling her narrative on social media.
Perfectly.
And she's got everybody thinking she doesn't. But if you're actually paying attention, you realize y'all are eating.
Now, I'm playing a longer version of this because I would like to be fair. Anytime someone gets blasted, and trust me, it's happened to me a lot, where I'll get blasted by a rapper or anybody for a very short clip, and then I'm always thinking, I'm like, damn, if everybody watched like maybe just a 5-minute segment, not the 40 seconds that they're probably posting, maybe they would see I had a point. So this is why I'm trying to play the whole conversation in context. It wasn't initially about Drake. They started off talking about Doja Cat, and they feel like she's doing an amazing job on social media. Then they start talking about a rollout. Then they bring in, or Andrew Schultz brings in, Drake rollout, and then Charlamagne hits with some criticism. So you just have some patience.
Eating out of the palm of her hands.
Yeah, she gets the internet. She's an internet kid, though.
Explain.
Play this video. Everybody was clowning her about this. She knew exactly what she was doing. She's online talking to Live, right? And they keep telling her, something's behind you. Something's behind you. Something's behind you. All she does is play into it. Press play.
At 1 a.m., a big fat fucking wagon. That's what's behind me. Look behind me. Oh, nothing new. Wait a minute. No, I'm good. Nothing new, just my big fat ass.
She's just playing with y'all.
Does Doja got a big fat ass?
Oh.
Why?
And y'all think but people think they're scaring her. Or even when she did that thing where she was like, stop following me if you don't like me. And then they said people were unfollowing her.
Yeah, she lost like a lot of followers.
She had the #1 record in the country 2 weeks ago, Alex. Every single she's put out from this new album has slapped.
She's gonna be all right.
She's more than all right. She had the #1 record in the country 2 weweeks ago. It's just followers. That shit don't matter. All it does is keep attention, and she always does this. She'll dress as the. I thought it was Nightcrawler. Everybody was like, oh, she's pretending to be a demon, right? She was embodying Nightcrawler to me. Or the other one, she was embodying the Scarlet Witch from X-Men with the red hoodie and everything else. And everybody's like, oh, she's all demonic and devilish and this and that. all it does is cause people to talk about her
Yeah.
and pay attention to the music. They're listening to this song, Paint the Town Red, and they're like, this is devilish. Why would she say
I mean, musicians have been, doing the whole devil thing for years, or like
3-6 Mafia, DMX, every heavy metal artist, every rock artist.
It's a great way to rile people up when you're about to drop an album. We want to.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause here again because I'm playing this longer version for context. That's the only reason why. Now they're gonna start talking about the rollout situation, right? And again, they're still pretty much only talking about Doja Cat, but you'll see.
Big controversy, but I think the thing with her is like she's an internet kid. She grew up on the internet deep.
Oh, by the way, I want to give. This is one thing I've noticed, and this is not critique or anything. This is just something I noticed. I think both of these guys are obviously like amazing and talented at what they do, right? Charlamagne, of course, Schultz. I realized Schultz is like, probably this is why he has a position in the culture, or not culture, but the position in, like, the dude is blowing up, and he's solely used the internet. He's not used any traditional means. He hasn't been like, oh, hey, I need to be on a talk show, or I need to be on here to blow up. He's blown up solely off the internet. He gets it. I remember that clown that Charlamagne signed, the Looney Tune nigga, and when they were they were having a conversation about like what entertainment is me. Like they were talking about streaming. They were like, yo, like, wow, how do people watch this, right? And I think Charlamagne would just kind of let him talk. But Schultz, this is where I realized Schultz got the internet, right? He understood where in internet culture streaming plays it a part. Podcasting, you'll have like there's just so TikTok. There's so many different moving parts that he got it, and I realized I'm like, yo, what Schultz is really good at doing is understanding this internet shit, but he had to because that's how he blew up. He literally is selling out all the shit primarily because he used the internet to his advantage. Charlamagne not as much.
Deep, dark sections of the internet.
That's right.
She's fluent with the internet. So she knows how to play it, utilize it to her advantage. And I think she's doing it incredibly well.
She's bringing back the rollout.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's when it starts on my rollout.
When is the last time you've seen an actual album rollout?
Drake's rollout has been unbelievable, unprecedented.
You like Drake's rollout?
The amount of time that he's been able to hold attention about the album coming out has been unbelievable. And like the way that I look at it is this. Some people do a rollout for a streaming show, right? Where you go, oh my God, we're dropping this new streaming show. And then people watch it that weekend and then the conversation's done. With Game of Thrones, you controlled the conversation before it came out, the 8 weeks that the show is on, and then maybe a week or two after where you're predicting what's gonna happen next season, what the future is. And I feel like he knew, or I don't know if he knew, but like I feel like he's done a fantastic job of continuing to keep the energy with the tour, and then when the tour's over, dropping the album.
Even though I still don't like Drake's rollouts, Schultz is a little bit right here in how Drake is perceiving it. Drake leans a lot into internet culture, just like I think Cardi does, even Uzi. They always seem the least savvy with like, either promotion or internet culture. But if you really look at, say, Cardi doesn't post. Yet he has the most rabid internet fans. It's not like by chance. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, I be telling y'all, Cardi DMs niggas, they'll be like, yo, hey, posting stuff. Nigga, Cardi sent me Rolling Loud clips mad times, like this last Rolling Loud. He killed the shit. It's like, throw this stuff for me. I got you. Got you, Cardi. Feel me? Now, is he gonna say nothing? No, he just looks cool. But it is what it is. So there is like a way of like some of these artists monitoring or managing like their quote unquote clout levels by not doing too much. And I think the first person to do that was probably, I don't know if necessarily would say The Weeknd, but The Weeknd didn't, nobody could see his face shit at first. But like these days, it feels like promoting is actually the worst thing to do. If you're begging people to go listen, it feels like it's desperate rather than you're like, I'm dropping it, you guys go get it. I'm just conflicted because why put out music if you're not gonna really still promote it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like dropping something you don't put marketing behind. I don't know. Anyway, but I think Schultz gets that part.
Yeah, I think if Drake wasn't on tour, I don't know if that energy would be there.
But do you think Alex said this yesterday? He was like, I think this is by design.
You know what? I was thinking about this too, and I'm sorry. I feel like I'm inserting myself in their conversation. I was trying to get to the comment where he's more critical of Drake. The rollout for Drake is the fucking tour. Every night he's bringing out the biggest stars in the world. Every night. To keep it real, it's at the point where if Drake didn't bring you out in your city, you ain't shit. Let's be honest. If Drake don't bring you out in your city, right? And you don't have a legit excuse, like obviously, you know, Beyonce's from Houston, I think. You're not going to bring up Beyonce in Houston or Meg for whatever reason, right? You know, by the way, Meg is kind of like fucking with Beyonce's tour too, and Beyonce's on tour. But everybody else, he's bringing out the hottest guy. You see him with Travis Scott. You see him with, who else? You see him with Bad Bunny. You see him with all of these great artists. You see him with Meek. You see him with everybody. That's the rollout, damn near. Every day, like blogs like mine, we're posting, hey, he just walked out with this person. That might be the rollout. Now, granted, does anybody sit in a marketing meeting and says, hey, let's not spend money on billboards, let's not do interviews, let's just have Drake seem super cool and lit by just bringing out people to a show, and everybody's going to be fascinated about what he's doing at the show, and the fact that he keeps giving away Birkins at the show and like giving away 10,000 here, this, and third. That's not traditional, but is it working? I can't even tell because I just think people just like his music, but it's interesting. I think that is a rollout though.
So it's like,
what scares me, and it's not a scare because Drake's going to be fine. Drake put out a song last Friday and nobody cared.
what was the song?
The Drake and SZA record.
No, people, that just dropping. People do like
It came out last Friday. And it came out last Friday, and people just started talking about the lyrics yesterday. Because I saw people, you know, posting about how he said something about whips and chains. You get whipped and chains like an African slave or something like that. And I remember I'm in the group chat, and I'm like, damn, Drake put out this record Friday, and people just get into the lyrics on a Monday?
I mean,
That's not Drake like.
I don't know.
He's going to be fine. Regardless, I just think that, you know, it's also when you think about, you look at the album cover and you hear the title for All My Dogs, I think we was looking for something a little bit more harder, a little bit more.
By the way, everything he said so far, I don't think is hate. I don't think, I think he has a different lens. I keep saying Charlamagne is a radio guy. So because he's not like an internet culture guy, he's a radio guy. He has to see shit making an impact on that linear analog platform. So Drake doesn't send songs to radio first week out no more. I remember when Rihanna dropped Work. That song Work. That dropped in 2015, 2016. I remember driving around my car. I don't know why I didn't have it on aux mode. I was just listening to the regular radio. They played that shit like the first day it came out. They played it every 15 minutes like that shit was going out of style. So again, remember, Charlamagne, a radio guy, he's looking for impact that's probably more congruent with that, right? Like Drake these days ain't sending a song to radio like, hey, yo, I'll give y'all a drop or interview, play my record all day long. Like, no, he's just gonna leak it. Or he's just gonna put it out, right? He's gonna be number one anyway. Schultz sees it differently. So I don't think Charlamagne's take is hate. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's hate.
More aggressive.
It's just perspective. It's just perspective.
The slow joint with SZA.
Let's see what
Say
happens.
he's bringing the old Drake back though.
Is this old Drake, Alex? You a Drake fan?
I'm gonna tell you where I think, and I know I keep cutting it off. I'm gonna tell you where I think Drake probably found a little bit of offense. Then we're gonna go back to some other shit Charlamagne has said. Here we go.
I don't know, really know. Because it's like, it is singing, it is rapping, so I guess it is old Drake.
I didn't hear no rapping on it, unless I didn't get through the whole song. I know Halle Berry is not pleased in any way, shape, or
But that's
form.
even genius. Like he could ask her, but then that's not going to create the conversation that he wants. If he's smart, Halle Berry goes, I wish he asked me. It would have been nice if he asked me. And then that's the news story. That's on TMZ. That's on all these other places. If Halle Berry goes, oh, he asked my permission, I think it would be really cool. Not a news story. So it's just constant news being generated and constant conversation between what's happening at the live shows and the, are we going to get the drop? he's controlled the narrative for months, and just more and more people are aware that an album is going to come out.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens when the album does finally drop. But his ability to hold that attention around the album and use the attention of the tour to promote the album, I thought it was
the thing I'll always give Drake a lot of credit for is that Drake does keep it about the music. Like, you know, even though Drake has moved on to do some other things, like, you know, executive produce Top Boy, executive produce Euphoria, you know, he's got other things that he's in. His main focus for the last decade or better has just always been music. Yeah. He's not running to be in movies, you know, he's not running to do his own TV show.
I don't think this is hate either.
It's always about the music. So he really don't give you anything else, you know? This is the first year we've seen Drake do like 3-4 interviews. Right? Like, I've never seen Drake have this many interviews in a year, you know? So when he does that, people pay attention to the interviews for the most part. But other than that, he just gives you music, you know? But I just, you know, what Drake doing is dope. But I'm telling you, man, the way Doja Cat manipulates social media is unreal.
She's good at it, man. She's really good. And
fantastic.
she's talented as well. Like, there's some people...
I forgot how the whole clip goes, so maybe I'm speaking in before something else comes up. If there was anything to be mad at in this clip, was maybe a very subtle, you know, hinting that maybe shit is looking different for Drake. I don't even think he even says like, yo, maybe Drake is falling off. He doesn't even say that, right? But there's kind of a tone of maybe shit ain't looking the same, right? Because, you know, he starts off obviously by saying the record nobody remembers, and now he's basically kind of contextualized and saying things look a little different for Drake. But I don't think he just says like, yo, the nigga fell off type shit, you know what I mean? But I'll keep listening.
They can manipulate social, but they can't create the art.
They don't have the music.
She can create the art.
And it's even everybody's like, I don't know why everybody's focused so much on her when it comes to, oh, you know, she's worshiping the devil or she's focusing on the devil. I don't know why it's happening to her so much when we've seen so many artists from so many genres of music do it. Like,
I think it's the most famous people because
I'm like, she did Nightcrawler. It
was objectively beautiful.
Yes.
You know, like he just has like an ear, which not everybody has. Like, we all think we have it when we hear a great song. We go, oh, this song's great. But there are people that can hear 10 and be like, 9 of these are ass, but that one right there, go for it.
Well, when he was on Breakfast Club, he said something that everybody always knew, but I just never heard him say it. He doesn't play any instruments.
Right.
He doesn't even produce.
Okay. Yeah, there's not much here. If we're really looking at... Actually, let me get on Discord because maybe I need a challenging opinion on this. Yo, boom, get on Discord or whatever. Y'all got to help me. We're going to figure out... And by the way, we're going to... You know, I know I'm getting on Discord, but I'm not going to get too sidetracked. We're going to play what Drake put up, and I'm going to read it. Actually, let me do that first. Before I even get on Discord, okay? So that's pretty much the clip. I think you have enough context. Let's go to what Drake put up this morning, right? So Drake this morning put up a few messages. First of all, he put up a few. So he puts this up. Give me 1 second. Let me make the screen a little bit smaller. He puts up this picture. Okay, make it a little bit more smaller. Sorry. Puts up this picture. It says, in deep thought about how you the off-brand Morris Chestnut. And he puts up this picture of Charlamagne. Now, at first, because when I woke up and I posted it, I didn't see the long typed out shit. I was like, that's kind of a weak like this. Like, you're the off-brand Morris Chestnut, but whatever. Then I saw he actually went in. And this is what he said. He says, are you okay, Leonard? He says, you're kind of weirding me out, G. Like, you really obsessed with me or something for years. Like, you look in the mirror and wish you saw my reflection type shit. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. Yo, by the way, let me tell you about... I'll tell you that in a second. Then he continues. He says, whatever you got to do to let it out, I'm sure your 435 loyal fans will stand by you. Fucking goof. Okay? Now, again, we played the clip, but, you know, he had put some screenshots of, like, this one video, but there's a TikTok video. I don't know if it's going viral again. I could look it up. Like, let me look it up to see if it's going viral again. Because we're trying to figure out why Drake unleashed on him today. TikTok Banny Winnie. Let me just go pull that up. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking up that TikTok page. Is there anything even posted recently? Hold on. Oh, it's right here. Maybe it is going viral or something. It has 371,000 views. Yeah, this page don't really get that much views. So 370. I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to come up with my reason of why Drake dissed him. I think it's probably Drake seeing him saying that his song nobody remembers, right? Because I don't think the whole clip was him dissing Drake, honestly. I think, but it might feel disrespectful if you're saying, yo, he dropped the song on Friday and nobody remembers it. You get what I mean? So I think he probably took that comment and maybe, I don't know if Drake used TikTok, but Drake probably saw this video because he posted screenshots of this video specifically. He posted screenshots of it, right? Now, what does the video say? The video is this.
It's 3 sexual orientations out here. It's gay, straight, and Drake. And Drake is just a whole different type of breed. It don't got nothing to do with nothing other than he's just a different type of breed, man. Drake's used to people laughing at him and talking about him behind his back from high school. So that was the who's laughing at me post. I hear y'all laughing at me. Y'all supposed to be my friends. I think Drake can rap. You know what I'm saying? I think he can rap. He's a dope rapper. But I hate when he sings. And I just think personally he's a corny guy.
Get in the car the next morning, turn on like Power 105 and hear some nerd telling them that I'm gay or they have pictures of me, or that to me is like, why, man? Like, for what? You know, why are you using your job to tear me down? Like, you're a real fucking loser, you know? Sorry. And I don't bother anybody. I'm not a foul artist, you know. I'm not out here looking for trouble. I try and make beautiful music, try and be a positive role model. That's it, man.
No new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no. Who talks like that? It's 3 sexual orientations out here. It's gay.
Now, there's a lot of context to this, right? Like Drake, I mean, Charlamagne did spend years bullying Drake. I'm gonna keep it 100. Charlamagne bullying Drake. Like there's compilations all over the place of like just old videos of Charlamagne just kind of mercilessly clowning him. You get what I mean? Like, he used to call that nigga like a beige girl or something like that. I'm gonna see if I can find any of these old videos. So when you have a history of like saying certain shit like that, I could imagine that person thinks you're always hating. Now, granted, do I think Charlamagne's been hating recently? Nah, I think he's just kind of being, you know, very fair and what he thinks is his honest opinion. However, back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, some of these things used to come across like hating. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, let me see. There's an old Breakfast Club clip. Oh, here we go. This might be.
Power 105.1.
Now, shout out to the homie Drake. Now, over the weekend, he was out in London.
This is 12 years ago, so this is how far their beef went back.
Doing a radio interview with the homie Tim Westwood, and they were talking about some of the things that bothered him. And he mentioned Power 105.1. Matter of fact, let's play the full clip.
Turn on like Power 105 and hear some nerd telling them that I'm gay or they have pictures of me, or this light-skinned girl is dropping a song today, his name is Drake. That to me is like, why, man? Like, for what? Like, you're a real loser. Sorry.
Listen, I never called Drake gay. I said that he displays suspect behavior.
Did you call him a light-skinned girl?
No, I called him a pretty albino girl. It's a difference.
You definitely call him Princess Boy.
I call him Princess Boy. I say he looks like a thumb with eyebrows.
Yo, I kid you not. Yo, hey, and I'm gonna say this. Charlamagne, you're my guy, but we gonna have to be fair. These days, you're all about mental health. I think you gotta take some accountability. And just like how you owed little mama an apology for maybe what your words mentally did to her, right? You owe Drake an apology too. You were picking on him. I think you have to, like, you know, you're a new man at this point. Like, this is the time you were savage. Granted, I don't give a fuck either way. I'd rather you were just still like this. Like, fuck all that shit. Fuck that woke shit. They ain't about to do nothing to you. Keep clowning. You know what I mean? But you have gone the mental health route. You probably fucked up Drake's mental health with these comments.
Loser. Sorry.
Listen, I never called Drake gay. I said that he displays suspect behavior.
Did you call him a light-skinned girl?
No, I called him a pretty albino girl. It's a difference.
You definitely call him Princess Boy.
I call him Princess Boy. I say he looks like a thumb with eyebrows.
Yes.
Yes, but I never called him gay.
That's
but he
crazy.
does display suspect behavior. Like, for example, when he said this about Lil Wayne.
Wayne is my favorite person though, because it's just, Lil Wayne's just too good.
You gotta give Wayne
he's
the
just
love.
too good.
What about when Trey Songz was here and we asked Trey about the comments Drake made towards him? Let's hear this one.
Why does Drake say you're his favorite person?
Where did he
to talk
say
on the
that?
phone? Trey makes me laugh.
The person I laugh the most that anybody could say around me, like whenever I'm laughing out loud, is chances are I'm probably talking to Trey Songz. That's probably my phone moments. It just sounds all types of wrong.
So when Trey says it sounds wrong, it's cool. But when I say it sounds wrong, I'm hating on him, huh?
Well, maybe Drake feels like you go at him too much every morning.
A lot.
Listen, if I was Drake making $100,000 a show, $1 million endorsement deals.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I remember when Drake dropped Take Care and Charlamagne. I remember listening to that nigga on the radio. That nigga said, yo, the nigga was describing Take Care. He says, yo, Take Care is the perfect example of shake weight music. Y'all remember shake weights, nigga? Shake weight. Yo, he was like, yo, Take Care is the perfect thing to fucking listen to when you're doing the shake weight, nigga. When you're working out with the shake weight. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Charlamagne, I don't know why you changed, gang. Like, nigga, you was like, you know what's crazy? Charlamagne single-handedly put the Breakfast Club on the map by roasting the entire industry. And now he's just like, all right, bro, y'all got it. Like, you know, I'm sorry, I should have done that. What? No, bro, you were hilarious. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't care what I had to say. He acts like an emotional 12-year-old girl, and he proved it by going on Tim Westwood's show, talking like that. Period.
You can't understand why he feels like that?
No.
You go at him every given chance, but then you recite his lyrics.
Because I think he's a dope artist. And I think he's dope, but he acts like an emotional 12-year-old girl.
And you do come alive in the nighttime, Charlamagne.
I do. I like that line, too. But see, the thing about Drake is Drake, you know, I got a problem because I used to terrorize guys like that in high school. I would have put ketchup on my hand and slapped Drake in the back of his neck in high school. I would have peed in his shoes when he left them in the locker room.
You see, that's what I think Charlamagne fucked up. Cause Drake on some mom tie shit now. Like Drake, like, bro, nobody talking tough to Drake, bro. Like, come on. Drake really running with them guys now.
Nighttime, Charlamagne.
I do. I like that line, too. But see, the thing about Drake is Drake, you know, I got a problem because I used to terrorize guys like that in high school. I would have put ketchup on my hand and slapped Drake in the back of his neck in high school. I would have peed in his shoes when he left them in the locker room. I would have dumped him in a trash can a couple times. And now that I know it bothers him, oh, man.
Are you sure you would have done that? Because he did call you a nerd and a loser.
That is what insulted me. Drake calling me a nerd is like Gabourey Sidibe telling me I need to lose weight. That's like me getting a tattoo and Gucci Man telling me, yo, homie, you know, you ODing with the tattoos, you know? Like, come on. How you gonna call me a nerd, Drake? That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Nerd?
See, my problem with this is, Drake never said he's a tough guy.
Yo, this is the thing. Yo, let me tell you, I know everybody on the mental health wave, but everybody was in that studio dying laughing. That nigga was a comedian back then.
He didn't say he shoots guns. He didn't say he sell crack. He didn't say he's gangster. He just likes to make records. He was in the wheelchair.
And I respect and appreciate that. That's all the more reason. If I say you look like a thumb with eyebrows.
Call Drake sleeping.
Why should you be offended by that?
Well, that's not a nice description
A thumb with eyebrows? That's crazy.
of a person.
Who cares?
He might have got teased about his eyebrows all through school.
If I say you look like a pretty albino girl, you know you're not a girl, so why would you care?
He said he wants you to discuss just his music. He's putting out good music.
Right.
He's a role model for the kids.
And I think he's dope. But you know what I don't respect? I don't respect you going to another radio show talking that grease. Come here. Come to the Breakfast Club. Come to Power 105.1.
How do I know? He literally told me. He's like, I asked him, I said, nigga, when do you sleep? He's like, yo, he usually sleeps from now till like 3. He stays up all night. That's why he posted that. He probably posted that when he's getting out of the studio and about to like go to sleep type shit. Seriously.
And let's talk about it. Let's discuss it.
Rappers have weird timing. Like they sleep at weird times. Like he stays up all night, probably gets up like maybe 3, 4, and then probably gets ready to go do the show, eats, and goes to the studio afterwards.
Don't like what I said. Tell me in my face you don't like what I said.
Oh, shit.
And as far as pictures go, yeah, we got pictures of Drake, because Drake is a cornball who sends pictures to girls with his shirt off.
What the
sends
fuck?
penis pics out. Like, come on.
Yo, where did Charlamagne get this picture? Yo, where did Charlamagne get this picture, yo? Charlamagne used to be a menace.
You're at the top of your game right now. Why are you doing that? But I'm a nerd. Okay.
Now, I'm not gonna ask how you have those pics, but I'll let you slide.
Because we bang the same chicks. And we shouldn't be banging the same chicks because he's in another tax bracket. I'm in a lower tax bracket than Drake. We shouldn't be banging the same chicks.
Can't believe it. All right. That's guy.
I like his music. I just think he's a sensitive guy. And furthermore, he needs to watch his mouth when talking about Kanye and Jay. We got the comments that he said about Kanye and Jay?
2 other rappers that are coming out with an album together. I don't know where they got that idea, but...
I mean, he might be a little tight because it was him and Wayne came up with the idea.
I don't care. He's not on that level yet to talk about Jay-Z or Kanye. He's got one album, a few hot mixtapes. He's a beginner. He needs to show some respect when talking to those two.
Yeah, I don't know if I would think that Jay-Z and Kanye got that idea.
You need to call him Mr. West and Mr. Carter, not those 2 other rappers. Nobody got time for these sensitive rappers, man, at all.
I'm a nerd, but he taking pictures like this. Better go do some crunches or something. Get on a low-carb diet. Nah, I know what you need. You need a shake weight. Go get a shake weight. Cry, baby. Mad because Charlamagne's teasing me. Sensitive ass.
The Breakfast Club.
Power 10.
Nah, I understand. Yo, that nigga... Yo, this is crazy. Okay. There's some more videos. Yo,
he guy. Like, he's just a corny dude. In that new Headlines video, he looks extra corny. It's like, Drake, why are you thugging now? Why are you dressed all in black? Why you got on black gloves? Why you got a whole bunch of dudes around you dressed in black? And he has the most non-threatening looking goons I've ever seen in my life. Like, seriously, like they look...
Yo, this nigga was, like, he was just the extra comedic version of, like, a tax stone back then. But then, you know...
It's like a flash mob that's about to run up in H&M.
By the way, this is why when I tell people, like, even when me and Joe be arguing or whatever, like, obviously, like, on camera or whatever, and I tell them, I'm like, yo, when it comes to, like, and pause on this, being the best broadcaster on that mic, pause on the mic, right? Bro, nobody's fucking with prime Charlamagne. Of course you got Star up there, and Wendy's always the queen, but you can't name anybody who was just fucking annihilating.
And take everything. Like, none of them look like a threat.
Yo, I remember watching this 11 years ago, and I always said to myself, whenever I do a Vlad interview, I gotta come in with jokes, nigga. This nigga had me laughing.
And then he's singing in Headlines about catching bodies. You're gonna make me catch a body like that. You're gonna make somebody around me catch a body like that. And, you know, don't do it, because when he go to jail, we all go through it. And, you know, Drizzy gonna pay it. What do you mean pay? What, you gonna pay the bail? You gonna pay for the hit? Like, that's not you, Drake. Like, I really think right now he's running the risk of clapbacking himself. You know, and it just is, and when I say clapbacking himself, I'm talking about Ja Rule. When Ja Rule was singing all those love songs, he was on a great path. So when he put on all black in the wall paint, started doing push-ups in the clapback video, that was the beginning of the end. And that's what Headline video reminds me of, the clapback video.
Wait. I mean, I think that Ja was kind of already deeply in the decline by the time Clapback came out. Ja was not on top when he dropped Clapback.
Somebody called your woman. Imagine your woman calls you and says, yo, this dude just called me and said, fuck you, I can do better.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Charlamagne was hating on all them classic songs. Marvin's Room, he said that was the sucker's anthem.
Yeah, I mean, Ja on top was like Always on Time, Ja, which was like 2002. Clapback was like 2004.
It's a little later, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
But nobody can stop Drake right now but Drake, because he's in the lane all of his own. And I mean, like, even, like, I'm just, like, I listen, maybe I take things too literal, but when I listen to Marvin's Room, like, that's like a player hater's anthem to me. Like, that's like the biggest sucker shit ever. Like, imagine if somebody called your woman. Imagine your woman calls you and says, yo, this dude just called me and said, fuck you, I can do better. Yo, you be ready to kill this motherfucker. You be hot. So just to hear that on the radio make my blood boil. Like, yo, what the fuck? Is it a dope record? Yeah, but that's some sucker shit. And when I ain't gonna front, when I'm in the club, I start hating, because I hate, like, they don't play the song in the middle of the club. They play it at the end of the night. That's the shit they play to get everybody out the club, to make everybody leave.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I understand why Drake don't fuck with this nigga, bro.
But when they played, I just see all these girls singing this shit, and I'm like, yo, they really singing along to this player haters fucking anthem. Like, so you know. But I do think he can rap though. He can really rap. Like he's one of the nicest rappers out right now. Unless you just don't go to your mentions.
I got a sign to see this. It says no new friends is female talk. Nah, this is crazy. Nah, Drake, I co-sign you this and that nigga, man. Fuck all that. Hold on. Nah, this is crazy funny.
Set like in the 90s.
You want a Dada shirt?
You got on a Dada shirt with shorts and Timbs and striped socks. And like,
yo, Drake couldn't do nothing that nigga likes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He was hating.
Why are you looking back at Ross and Khaled like that? You know what? You know why he was looking back like that? Because Ross and Khaled were really laughing at him and talking about him. And Drake's used to people laughing at him and talking about him behind his back from high school. So that was the who's laughing at me post. I hear y'all laughing at me. Y'all supposed to be my friends. That's what.
Yo, Charlamagne used to be a bully in high school. That's a fact. You could tell. Yo, Charlamagne, all the mental health shit you do, you gotta apologize to Drake. You got to. On Brilliant Idiots this week, you gotta apologize to my man Drake. You have affected his mental health.
That was. I hate that song, by the way. I think that shit is so corny, that no new friends shit. The reason I think it's corny, because that's some shit a third grade girl would say. No new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no, no, no. Who talks like that? Even it started from the bottom. Fuck a fake friend with your real friends. That's some shit a group of females say. No, men don't talk like that. Hey, I like meeting new friends. Okay? I like meeting new people. That's what life is about. Life is about...
Nah, Charlamagne, we ain't gonna let you get away from this. When you was on demon time, before you repented and gave yourself to the mental health God, you were torturing niggas, man.
Growing and changing and evolving, and yeah, you can have your day one people, but sometimes you travel and you go places and you get new jobs and you get new circumstances where you meet new people, you meet new friends, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to have no new friends, that's on you.
I remember my man went on Instagram, put up this thing about how everyone's screaming no new friends, but the reality is that a lot of his new friends are a lot more loyal and honest than his old friends. All his old friends are on some bullshit and constantly causing problems for him.
Come on, man. You know why? Because your new friends got just as much as you do. And your new friends are giving you opportunities and putting you in positions. Let's be clear, Drake from Toronto, Canada. Jay Prince was a new.
Hold on.
Like people.
Oh, we watched this already. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot more shit, man. Let me see. Is there any more? I think we got it. Oh, nah. This is the last one right here. There's gay. Oh, no. He repented for that. Yeah, he said there's gay, straight, and... All right, whatever. All right, cool. We got it. Anyway, somebody said I should go to the Shade Room to see why. Bro, I thought we just went over why Drake got dissed Charlamagne. What the fuck more is there to see? Yeah, we played the comments. Now, let me I'm gonna play the Breakfast Club who responded to it today. Breakfast Club. So Charlamagne did talk about it this morning on the Breakfast Club. And here we go.
This is the Rumor Report.
I think a lot of people will recognize the voice from the name.
On the Breakfast Club.
Lauren came in hot.
You know, I came in telling the truth. So Usher is going to be headlining the Super Bowl. I think the world called this after that residency that he did in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time that this will be taking place in Vegas, so it's an historic moment. He talked about this. He said, this is an honor of a lifetime to finally check a Super Bowl performance off my bucket list.
By the way, remind me to talk about Usher at the Super Bowl. Usher's having an amazing year.
What do you mean?
Drake.
No.
Drake?
What happened?
Well, okay, so this morning, Drake was a little bit upset about some things that you had to say. I want to do we have the audio?
What did I say?
I'm going to let the people know what you said first, and then we'll get into it.
Drake put out a song last Friday, and nobody cared.
What was the song?
The Drake and SZA record.
No, people that just dropped and people do like
it. Came out last Friday, and it came out last Friday, and people just started talking about the lyrics yesterday because I saw people. I'm in the group chat, and I'm like, damn, Drake put out this record Friday, and people just getting to the lyrics on a Monday.
I mean,
that's not Drake. Like, he's gonna be fine regardless. I just think that it's also when you think about. You look at the album cover and you hear the title for All My Dogs. I think we was looking for something a little bit more harder, a little bit more aggressive.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so after these comments, and I will say I do agree with the fact that the song came and went, and the biggest point of it was the Halle Berry situation.
It's
Drake,
going to debut at #1, they saying, though.
it's Drake, of course. He could literally put out a song with no words, not even him on it, and it would do that.
By the way, ironic. I'm wondering if Drake is always really a wizard with timing. So the Billboard Hot 100 charts gets announced, like Billboard does it live. They do it on this live stream. They do it every Monday at noon. So like they're gonna announce that Drake's song is #1 for the week, which is a couple hours before the announcement gets made. He disses Charlamagne for hating on the song, which I don't know if that's just coincidence. Who knows?
But so after this, Drake went to his Insta story. He posted a few things. So he posted some photos of you, and then he actually removed it, but I screenshotted it. He posted a message. He said, "Are you okay, Leonard? You're kind of weirding Leonard. Sorry,
That's Leonard.
You're kind of weirding me out, G. Like you really obsessed with me or something for years. Like you look in the mirror and wish you saw my reflection." Whatever you got to do to let it out. I'm sure all 435 of your loyal fans will stand by you. You effing goof.
And then he called me off-brand Mars Chestnut.
He did.
I agree with that.
And he put the picture of you with the sweater where you're like really trying to channel it in. Like you were trying hard.
I agree with that. Definitely.
You definitely had a Mars Chestnut move. I
want to tell y'all something, but you're not going to believe me because I'm lying. But Drake and I plan this out every time he drops an album. I'm part of the album rollout. He drops a record, I critique it. It brings more attention to the record, more attention to the project. I keep telling Drake he doesn't need me to do that. He's Drake, but for whatever reason, he wants me to do it, so I oblige. Okay?
By the way, thank you for the $10, Kevin Williams. He says he's a truck driver, shift change, so the stream is helping him. I'm glad to help you out, my brother. Keep tuning in. Rel220, he says Star is the GOAT. And also Bleak G1 says Star the real GOAT. Yeah, Star was just completely wild, right? I think there's like attributes. If we're talking about just completely annihilating somebody, Star got Charlamagne in that category. I think well-rounded, Charlamagne got Star. You get what I mean? By the way, also Jay Theopolis, he says peace to the chat. What up to the chat niggas? And of course, we are here in the chat's house. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't believe you.
I'm just telling you, it wasn't always like that though. Back in the day, I can honestly say I was hating on Drake for fun. It was hilarious, at least to me. Like, he posted one this morning that I forgot I even said, where I said it was a
three orientations.
Three sexual orientations. Jay, Straight, and Drake.
Yes.
Hilarious. All right. But that's just hate. Okay. But after back to back, and he sent the bottles with the note, let's be friends, we came to an understanding. And we agreed whenever he drops certain songs, I will hate on them in order to bring more attention to the record. I don't think he needs it. I think it's crazy that he wants me to still do that. But,
So you actually like Slime You Out, whatever.
No.
So then.
I think Charlamagne has a problem with light-skinned brothers, me and Drake. He just don't like.
No, it's not that either. I just told y'all what it was, but I'm lying, so it don't matter.
See?
But,
But can we just agree that you don't look like Morris Chestnut? Nothing around you looks like Morris Chestnut?
Morris Chestnut.
By the way, I think this is his best you could respond to that as Charlamagne could. If he wilds out, right? This is the toughest thing about being dissed by, like, Drake, right? If you wild out, like Drake, like it probably took Drake all of 2 minutes to post it on his Instagram. If you go on one of the rants that I would go on, like a 7-hour rant, it just looks like you're wildly bothered, right? He kind of just shrugged it off. Like people are probably gonna keep bringing it up for the next week or two, but people are gonna move on. I think he actually dealt with it pretty good. Like he just he's trying to make light of it. Clearly he's lying when he says, "Yo, yeah, me and Drake, we have an agreement that when he drops records and he wants attention, I'll just hate on it. And that'll make the record go bigger, right?" I think that's like his clever flip of it, but I think that's making him look unbothered. So I don't think he looks too crazy, to be honest.
I mean, Morris Chestnut says he gets mistaken.
Oh, my goodness.
Morris Chestnut says that he's gotten mistaken for me. It's not my fault. Why y'all be mad at God's engineer? I don't understand this.
God's
plan.
God's engineering to me
God's
that y'all
plan.
get upset at God's
No,
engineering.
this photo right here, there's a photo that Drake posted with the sweater.
Come on now. Come on, Lauren, say it.
He don't look like no goddamn
Lauren,
Morris Chestnut.
It's not that you look like him.
Lauren!
Come on.
Lauren!
No, I think the editor did a really good job
There
of
you go.
making you feel like it was there. Like this is AI or something.
Go to the other one where he got a beard.
Whatever y'all want to say.
Go to the other one. Go back.
Come on now.
Some of them not
That's
there
Morris.
anymore.
Okay, I mean, the last couple months, the only thing I could even see is Charlamagne, Drake. I think he commented. Remember when Drake said he got like this fucking the necklace when he said he had a ring for every one of the motherfucking women he proposed to, and I think Drake, Charlamagne had said something about it, but nothing too crazy, honestly, if you ask me.
Drake got a new necklace made out of 42 engagement ring diamonds. Each diamond is said to represent a woman he's thought about proposing to. First of all, this is maniac behavior.
Let me see. What the fuck?
Proposed to? But you had 42 different women that you wanted to propose to? 42? And why do you buy a new ring every time? Why not buy one really good ring and wait until you find one really good woman to give it to, okay?
I don't know. I don't think it's that serious. Somebody said, who's doing his makeup on this show? His skin is glistening. You know how Charlamagne used to look like back in the day, right? Like, people used to think he had, like, those little raccoon patches on his face or whatever. But, like, he got, like, the skin peel. My boy getting millions of dollars. So, you know what I mean? Like, his skin's supposed to be glowing like this. Right? He looks completely different from here. Here, he don't look broke, but he looks like a nigga. Here, he looks like a, you know what I mean? Like a eloquent man. Somebody says dick right into the max. All right, man. Yo, chat. Honestly, my whole takeaway is this. And this is my hope for the album. Let's talk For the Dogs, right? For the Dogs. What the fuck? And I think Drake, or I hope, let me see. Is he got to change the FOR to 4. He got to change that. Like, bro, come on. We can't have the abbreviation being Fat D. Regardless. This is what I'm hoping. We're 2 weeks away from this album being dropped. Drake has the chance of, and what I think he's setting up is that he's gonna be going at motherfuckers, man. I think he's gonna be answering the Kendrick line. Remember, Drake don't take no shit from nobody. Kendrick had a hidden verse on Element. Remember I played it before? He was too shook to put it out. He know Drake was going to be on his ass, right? He barely dissed Drake, but he violated French and some other people. And Big Sean. We thought it may have been AI. Look what happened when J-Rock did an interview. He basically confirmed it like, nah, that shit was real, right? Here we go.
Bro, that leaked Element verse, was that AI or was that real?
Man, I think it's real, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's real.
I think it's real too, if you ask me.
I think it's real, man. Hey, who knows, man? I mean, you know what I mean? Hey,
things are all squared away since then, so we're good.
Of course, but I think
there's a statute of limitations.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's real. I think it's real for sure.
I think it's real too.
No, it's real.
It's real. Paul Kendrick. Hey, bro,
So essentially, I mean, you know, he's one of the he's like the TD OG when it comes to rappers. If he's saying it's real, I'm inclined to believe it's real. Now, if you guys don't remember what that shit was sounded like, this is what it was.
For subliminals, I put you on that roll call. French Montana speaking on me in interviews. Very cynical, dry hating something I don't approve. J Electronica through silences on my Grammy night. Another dead prophet, hoping the God to give him life. Big Sean keep sneak dissing, I let it slide. I think it's false confidence got him inspired. I can make them respect you, baby, it's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme, boy. Cute ass raps, get your puberty up. Then make you a classic album before you come at us. Drake and McMill beef might got you gassed up, but now I'm a whole nother beast, I really fuck you up.
Yeah, he didn't really diss Drake. He said Drake and Meek Mill beef my guy. It's really all those disses, most of it is going towards Big Sean. I don't know if people has checked on Big Sean. But anytime Big Sean is happy in love with Jhené Aiko, we don't hear from that nigga again. I don't know what's going on in his life. But is that a hot take I could rock with? Like, notice, like, obviously I know he got a beautiful family. I'm not trying to get at him or his wife. I think, are they married? Or like, I know they got kids. All I'm just saying, ever since that nigga fell in love, that nigga just ain't been the same. That nigga, I don't even know where he been. I'm gonna be honest with you. But truth be told, most of them were going at Big Sean. And I'm gonna keep it real. I thought Big Sean would have, drop a song on that nigga Kendrick. You know why? As much as y'all like to critique Drake, and I like to critique Drake too because he's my favorite and I think he's the best, so I'm trying to push him to be better. But sometimes I gotta stop and just really just appreciate the nigga, because these other niggas don't do no rapping, bro. Drake literally carrying the whole game. Like, let a nigga had this Drake like how Big Sean got this on the song. Drake would have dropped 89 bars on that nigga the next day, even when he on tour, nigga. He might have freestyled it at the fucking show. What the fuck is Big Sean doing? Big Sean, you should have been had an answer to this. What the fuck? Yo, the rest of these rappers don't rap. I'm tired of this shit. Rap is filled with a bunch of rappers that don't rap. The only nigga who raps consistently is Drake. This is why we can't critique him no more. Everybody else don't rap. How come there's a leaked Kendrick verse dissing you and we don't have your response? How? That's not weird to y'all? That's not weird to y'all? That's not weird to y'all? Now, we ain't expecting French Montana to rap. Like, come on, bro. Like, notice, like, he can rap too. You know what I mean? By the way, Mac and Cheese mixtape series, amazing, right? But we're not expecting him to respond to motherfucking Kendrick. But Big Sean? You should be on that nigga ass like boxer briefs. Pause. Because they squashed it. Fuck all that squashing shit. See, that's another thing too, man. Drake this niggas for years. Like, these other niggas is squashing shit behind the scene. Yo, we are fans of rap. We want to see a competition. Lyrical sparring. I don't know, man. I don't want like beef where somebody's going to get hurt, but you tell me you can't drop a song responding, my nigga? I don't know. So anyway, I guess I'm summing up what I want for All the Dogs. He gave Elliot Wilson, who's a journalist, some bars. He gave Charlamagne some bars, at least, on Instagram. Violated both of them. Also, there is a floating Kendrick mysterious, newly leaked verse that don't really diss him but mentions him, but we all know Kendrick always been slick with the disses at Drake. I guess I'm saying all that to say I'm ready for Drake to drop a bomb on all these niggas. I'm ready for Drake to diss half the game, honestly. Like, let's keep it real. Drake the only one that made this shit, like, fun. So when I say it's a 6-year-old diss, why would they respond now? If Kendrick Lamar is calling me out by name, I don't care if it could be, that nigga could be like, he could have recorded when he was 5. I'm responding. It's Kendrick Lamar. If I'm Big Sean and that's Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick is a way bigger rapper, even if it's old, I'm going to drop even a freestyle, even saying my piece. Maybe I'm not dissing him like that back, but I'm going to explain, like, bro, I'm a rap. Like, this is my problem with y'all. Y'all excuse everybody but Drake for not rapping. Or I'm not saying he got to say, yo, Kendrick suck his dick. He don't got to say none of that type of shit. He don't got to violate. But shit, rap, nigga. Drop a fucking freestyle or something. Rap. Jug Forever. I think for the 5. He says, yo, fuck with me. Jug Forever King. I'm going to be big soon. Okay. Nazir Howard says, what does it take to get in the chat house, man? Asking for a friend. First, you got to get on Discord, 100%. Yo, for work, thank you for the 10. By the way, he says, yo, Ak, if you wonder why YB didn't do the song with 6ix9ine, Wax spoke on Clubhouse a while ago. Birdman shut it down. That's why it didn't happen. Yes, that's actually exactly what happened. But it was more than that, too. It was more than that. Like, first YoungBoy was said $1 million. It was all being communicated through, I don't want to give actual names, but I don't think it was YoungBoy responding each time. Obviously, he was down to do it. But obviously the business had to get done. So first it was the million, right? Cool. And then I guess what happened is that their team, like YoungBoy's team, got a little greedy, and they literally were like, yo, if you're so quick to give us $1 million and you need us so much, and we're supposed to help reignite your career or like give you that stamp, it's just like, any rapper. Like I've seen Finesse 2 Times say it about Gunna. Gunna's a way bigger artist than Finesse 2 Times, but Finesse 2 Times said he would feel that if Gunna wanted to do a song with him, he would be trying to get back the street stamp. You get what I mean? So I guess that's maybe what YoungBoy's team was thinking. So the price went from $1 million to $2 million. So they called back over to say, yo, 6, we'll do the song, but we need $2 million. Now, granted, like, who the fuck is paying $2 million for a fucking feature, right? Regardless, and by the way, at that time, 6ix9ine already sending, like, him and YoungBoy been on the phone. He sent a couple songs to YoungBoy. YoungBoy was telling him, okay, he wanted like this, whatever. He just didn't record to it yet. But he had some tooth things, so he didn't get to record to it. Yeah. So all that's happening. Now, granted, I think what was going to happen was that the label was going to go half with the money, and they was going to get the other half from somewhere. So they were contemplating paying YoungBoy $2 million for a fucking feature. And I think what happened in I want to say the 9th inning, Birdman definitely called and be like, yo, listen, that shit ain't happening, bro. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck what money was associated with it. So that's a Birdman thing. You know what I mean? And obviously, like, YoungBoy not starving for money, and shit, Stunna is this real OG. So it is what it is. Akita, it say, Big Show would look stupid responding to a 6-year-old diss. Bro, I'm not saying, like, respond like he's dissing back, but all I'm saying is, bro, are y'all not frustrated that these rappers that y'all dick ride, y'all be like, yo, Ak, you glazing with Drake. He's the only one rapping. When's the last time Kendrick dropped a song? When's the last time Big Sean dropped a song? Or maybe he did. I didn't hear about it. When's the last time? Yo, I'm telling you, J. Cole is in Tribeca riding a tricycle, my nigga. Practicing for the Ghanaian basketball league. Nigga trying to be the 14th nigga. Trying to do a fucking Euro step. The hell? These guys that we talk about being the best, only one of them consistently raps. That is frustrating for me as a fan. Only one of them consistently raps. Kendrick drops albums. He's dropped 2 albums in 8 years. 8 years. How does he consistently drop? What is consistent to you? The nigga dropped 2 albums in 8 years. I'm sorry. People have families, bruh. Let them live. Bro, why y'all acting like rappers like working at UPS to put out a song? Bro, these niggas is taking 8 years to put out 2 projects? Come on, you see, this is where I always disagree with y'all. Like, fine, y'all want to be like, oh, yo, you just dick around when it comes to Drake, but y'all don't also keep it 100 about these other artists, whether it's Kendrick, Cole, or the rest. Like, they're pretty much semi-retired rappers. Let's be honest. They don't drop frequently. They don't seem to be active, right? Like, put it like this. In the last 8 years, Jay-Z has recorded as much material, and Jay-Z is 55, as Kendrick Lamar. This is supposed to be Kendrick Lamar's peak. And I'm wilding? All I'm saying is I just want more works from these guys. Bro, it shouldn't be the thing where the only thing we got to look forward to is a Drake album. Like, we're not seeing any of the guys, and maybe it's a sign of my age. I don't know. I remember when there was like a top 10 artist list where we'd be like, okay, damn, ASAP dropping here. Big Sean about to drop here. Like, obviously, Nicki's still doing everything. Nicki's about to drop. Who else we used to have up in there? Oh, Cole finna drop. Like usually it's every other year we get a Cole release or a Kendrick release. And then Drake is always either on one of those type of schedules. That was happening for a while. Nowadays, I don't know what these niggas be doing. I'm sorry. And I just feel like it's wasted talent. Because if you ask me, the reason why music has gotten to the point of watered down TikTok, let's dance it all up bullshit is because the people who we all support at the top of the genre went ghost. So then you put the game in the hands of niggas like, with all due respect, Lil Durk and them. That's why there was a huge street era. Because all the top niggas just stopped rapping. All the top conscious niggas who used to like, they were kind of middle lane where like, they're not squares, but like, just how Kendrick described it. Like the guy who was watching it from his watching all the bullshit happen from his window. The top guys just disappeared. That bumped up like a Lil Baby. That's the reason why niggas was saying like Lil Baby was number 2 to Drake. You know why? Because the other niggas who should be number 2 or even in competition don't rap no more. They don't rap. They do anything else. You'll catch a nigga playing tennis, basketball, badminton, golf. He'll do anything but rap. And I'm sorry, I hold that against these guys. I hold this against these guys because this era of music post, I want to say around 2017, the last 5-6 years, it's only been dominated and actually saturated by Drake because everybody has just opted to not play. I look at rap like a league, but these niggas not showing up. It's not showing up. I love 2017. I love 2017. 2017 was such a beautiful year because Kendrick put out Damn. Damn is an amazing fucking project, right? But it had its complexities and it had all these anthems that was helping and pushing forward certain social justice movements, but he had his own bop. A lot of women empowerment, like black empowerment shit. That's Kendrick's bop. It was keeping that shit alive, right? Drake, was gonna get the pop shit, keeping the women, blah, blah, blah. That happened. My boy went international that year, right? 2017 is More Life. Niggas was dropping. Nowadays, it's only Drake. The niggas dropping 3 albums a year because you ain't getting a Cole album. You ain't getting a Kendrick. So Drake got to drop 3 times. Help him out, Kendrick. Drop a fucking project. Thank you, Scrooge. I'm glad you said it. They just came for the cash. They rich enough. There's no more motivation to work. There's no more motivation for them to rap. I'm sorry. Like, I know that's going to sound like icky, but if you're telling me that you get to the top of this shit, now you've made all this money, and it seems like you're less passionate about making music, or if you ever make music, is you're telling us why you don't want to make music. Like, that's part of what Kendrick was saying, like, on the last project. Like, yeah, I don't really want to do this shit no more. Like, what? Nigga, what the fuck is going on? The only nigga who still seems like he's trying to prove something to, which I think nobody, you got to get that nigga credit, and it's not just to highlight Drake, is because I am unsatisfied that the rest of these rappers don't drop enough. We as fans are getting robbed. And there isn't a perfect or good underclass that we could be like, hey, this guy is kind of like in a realm of Kendrick or even a Cole or even a Big Sean. So now all of these guys who used to have these big fan bases who at least have some lyrical prowess, they just stopped rapping. They just left. We don't even know what they're doing. So all we're stuck with now is listening to Lil Baby mumble and rap about the same thing on a fucking jet ski and on a yacht like he been doing for the last 5 years. And then we gotta listen to these other drug addicts. We're just stuck with a bunch of bullshit. The game ain't, like, we don't have the perfect balance anymore